Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's BarberGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I got an old friend. This is a good coffee. I enjoy this coffee. Yeah, this is Seattle's best medium roast. Really terrific morning blend. Perfect on a morning like this. It's cold outside again. It was like 15 degrees overnight. Had a great shave this morning, and now I've got a really good cup of coffee. And I'm ready for the day. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me as well. By the way, I'm using my Nerd Dogs. I love this mug. The Nerd Dogs coffee mug. I got this from my sister-in-law, Marilyn, I believe. This is, just love this. Just a wonderful coffee mug to put a smile on my face on such a cold morning. And to be joining you again this morning, makes it all great. So thanks very much. Great shave, great coffee, fun mug, and to be with you this morning, nothing better. So we are stacked and stocked with all kinds of great questions and comments here. So you know what? Before we get to some of the questions, yeah. Before we get to some of the questions here, let's go back for a refill. Okay, so this first comment comes from Just Uncle L. This is regarding the shaving irritation issue brought up by viewer Corey L. a couple of weeks ago, and got some additional great comments regarding it, so I thought I'd share those again for you this morning. It might be helpful to others who are still having problems with this kind of issue, with irritation around the neck, that sort of thing. Just Uncle L wrote, "For many years, nearly 6, I also struggled with lower neck and throat irritation and bumps from shaving. Then early in 2020, after studying many forums and videos, I decided to continue with the mild double-edged razor approach, but upped my pre- and post-shave routines. So I added a pre-shave soap, currently the Phoenix Shaving Cube. Yeah, I use that too. It's very good. And extended my post-shave routine to include a barbershop hint, which I may have presented before, but I'll repeat it anyway. The post-shave barbershop hint roughly goes like this. After the shave, rinse the soap residual off with warm water. Perform a cold water rinse. Apply alum to the whole shaved area. Wait a few minutes. Perform another cold water rinse. Apply Parasso Pre-Barba Cream. The mentholated green is the best. That's his opinion. He says the mentholated green one is the best. Let the Parasso cream become absorbed before applying a final balm. Optional is to apply an aftershave splash after the second cold water rinse. Since I've incorporated this procedure into my shaving routine, a lot of my skin irritation issues cleared up. I hope this helps and gives shavers some ideas." Yeah, thanks very much for that, Just Uncle L. I do something similar. In all my videos, you'll see I do a warm water rinse, then I do a cold water rinse, then I do an alum block. I don't rinse that off. I just kind of let it set up. Then I do an aftershave, splash, and then a balm up above on my face, that sort of thing. So we're kind of in the same ballpark, except you're using the Parasso product there, and that may be key to the success of your post-shave routine. But you know what? Thanks for putting it out there, and I hope other people, other wet shavers out there, find it useful. Also, Tommy 1460Z wrote and said, "I also have sensitive areas on my face, mainly chin and neck, and suffered from razor burn for some time. As much as I agree with earlier comments that a good pre- and aftershave routine certainly helps a great deal in reducing potential irritations from a double-edged safety razor shave, I must say that I personally got even much better results after I ditched milder blades like Derby Premium, Derby Extra, and started to use sharper blades like Feather and Kai. Still relatively mild razors like the Merkur 34C, the Henson Mild, or a Rockwell 2C, but a really sharp blade. In my opinion, the cut is just better and more effective. Fewer strokes are needed, and so there is less risk of overdoing the shave, which usually causes or at least contributes to irritations. For me, with Kai and Feather, everything got better. Well, thanks very much for that, Tommy. That falls, Tommy, 1460Z, that falls right into the same category of, instead of going milder, go a little sharper. In this case, you're going sharper with the blade, but leaving it in a milder razor. I sometimes do that too with very, very good results. So thanks for sharing that. Here is Roger Samaniago. He is also offering his perspective on this. Good morning, Mark. A great question and solution right off the bat. I agree with a more aggressive approach to avoid irritation. In my experience, more aggression means less total strokes. Unfortunately, the term aggressive is far too misunderstood in our community. It took months for me, but feather blades were a game changer, smooth and efficient. Well, thanks very much for that, Roger. I appreciate that. So, these are all great, great suggestions regarding pre and post-shave routines, sharper blades, more aggressive razors, these kinds of things. Again, you have to experiment with a little bit. For me, it's always been on the milder side. I like razors that are neutral, down towards the mild end. Those work best for me for both a face shave and a head shave, even though at times I break my own rule and I use a more aggressive razor or an adjustable, a more aggressive setting to do a head shave, and I sometimes slip up on that. And it just drives me nuts when I do that. I should not do that. You can see right here, just a little bit right there, because I broke my own rule again. And I shouldn't do that. I should just stay on the mild side. How many times have I said to viewers, I have skin that borders on the sensitive side, and I go ahead and grab a more aggressive razor? Well, I guess that's just part of the lure of the lure and the wonder and the enjoyment of the traditional wet shave, to try these different razors, different aggression levels. You're not going to know until you try it. But for a head shave, for me, milder is better. Now, for a face shave, sometimes I can go a little more aggressive, but I can't do it every single day. Again, I like mild sharp blades, a nice mild, neutral to mild razor. That works well for me. Obviously, your mileage may vary, but these are great, helpful tips. So if you're having trouble with irritation on the neck, etc., you might want to mix it up a little bit. Review these tips again, try a few different things and see what works for you. So that's great. Thanks very much for everybody. Really do appreciate all the really valuable input. Well, it's a bottomless cup, so let's get refill number 2. Okay, Andy Schneider followed up because he was talking about soaps going bad. Can shaving soaps go bad? And we had a really nice discussion on that. And essentially my answer was, for me, shaving soap has not yet gone bad. And that's not to say that it might go bad, but for me, shaving soap has not yet gone bad. Andy wrote back and said, Mark, thanks so much for discussing my question. I loved your response. It was thoughtful, personal, and very well said. I've heard many different things from guys about soap going bad. What you said about it, if it still lathers, it's probably safe to use, makes perfect sense. I got out Seville again the other day and it worked great. Must have just been my nose playing tricks on me or something that day. Thanks again. These Monday morning mailbags are a great thing to start Mondays with. Have a great week. Well, thanks very much for that, Andy. I really do appreciate that. I'm not really giving a hard and fast rule as to whether shaving soap can go bad. I've just not experienced it. You know what? Before I go any further, let me just say, I think I also responded in the video comments area, and I'll just share it again with viewers here. I think Mom's rule applies here. Mom's rule, remember Mom's rule? When in doubt, throw it out. That sort of thing that was always maybe with lunch meat, something like that. If it's a little off, hey, just throw it off. Just throw it out. better safe than sorry, that sort of thing. And I think the same thing kind of comes into play here with shaving soap as well. I have yet to have anything go bad or be a bit off, that sort of thing. But if I do detect the least little bit of difference to where it's just not on the side of being good, so to speak, then I would probably toss it, because shaving soap is not that expensive. I got a lot of them. A lot of us have so many shaving soaps, we probably don't know what to do with all of them. So yeah, better safe than sorry. So I kind of apply mom's rule to all of this. If it's, when in doubt, throw it out. But for me, so far, knock wood, I haven't really had any shaving soaps go bad. But other people have offered some great insight into this. And I got a comment here from Mark Bagwell via Facebook. Mark, soap will generally lose scent over time. However, it can go bad. When it does go bad, you will know because it smells rancid. It's not something that usually happens, but you'll never forget it once it does. But thankfully, it's usually only a loss of scent. I have a Cello Kilo block that I've had so long, it's losing some scent. Well, interesting you should say that, because I have the Cello Kilo block as well, and it's losing some scent, but I don't think has gone bad yet. Here's some Cello, and I have some soap from that Kilo block in here that I've replaced. And the scent on this is pretty darn good, and the color seems to be fine. And I don't know, what is this, 6-8 months old, something like that, from the block, I think. And I keep the block in the refrigerator in a plastic Ziploc bag to kind of try to retain some of that freshness. So yeah, this is still pretty good here. The scent isn't. I don't think the scent is as potent as it once was, but the scent is still there, and it still looks pretty good. And I've read on the forums, different forums, where some people, some wet shavers have said they've had Cello for a short period of time and it's gone bad and they've had to throw it out. And I've read others who have said they've had Cello for years. They pull it out, lathers up, the scent is fine, everything's good. You know what? Go figure. I don't know. It's hard to say. I also have the Cello Green, which is their aloe vera. And again, that looks pretty good. I've had this for some time. And the scent, again, probably not as prominent as it was at first, but still very, very good. Okay, in a thread on Facebook where they were discussing whether soaps can go bad, Brian Trepka posted some very, very useful comments, and he allowed me to share those with you this morning on Monday Morning Mailbag. And he wrote, absolutely, soaps can go bad. Artisan soaps will generally contain some excess unsaponified oils. This is partially a safety measure to assure that there is no unused lye in the soap, and partly to achieve the luxurious feel we all like. Eventually, this oil will go bad. Making sure your soaps dry completely, as mentioned, can certainly help extend their life. And that's something I do. I make sure that my soaps are completely dry. I'll leave the lid off probably for a full 24 hours. In other words, I'll shave in the morning, I'll leave the lid off, and then the next morning I'll recap it and move on to the next shave soap. And I told him this was very informative, and if I could use it. And he replied, sure, Mark, glad I could help. My wife, Shannon of Shannon Soaps, reminded me that preservatives can also enter into the equation, and certainly commercial products can be different. Well, there you go. That's something else to consider as well. If you're using a more largely commercial soap, you might get a little more shelf life out of it. Again, in the whole scheme of thing, mom's rule. When in doubt, throw it out. Mike H. wrote, hi, Mark. Great Monday morning mailbag. Thank you. Nice set of topics. Thank you for the mention, too. I am looking forward to reading the Sir Hair article on soap shelf life. I have only had one tub of Cello go more than a bit off, in my opinion. A definite change from a scent to something unpleasant, and the color of the soap darkened. Well, I showed you that my Cello soap was, the color seems to be okay. You can see in the lighting there. And the scent seems to be spot on, maybe not as potent. He continues, no moisture issues that I could tell, since I am a bowl latherer and scoop out my soap with an ice cream stick. Soap is also stored outside of the bathroom. It was also a soap that I had not used in quite some time. I did not try lathering the soap again. There really wasn't a reason to. I tossed the remaining soap and replaced it. Happily, no further soap issues to report. Well, I hope your week is off to a great start. Take good care and be safe and be well. Best regards as always. Thanks very much for that, Mike. Well, there you go. There's another report on Cella where it went bad, and it looks like he took all the appropriate steps in making sure that it wouldn't go bad. But then again, I don't know how long Mike had that Cella on the shelf from when he last used it to when he used it again, and it was a little bit off. But mine seems to be okay. The other thing that I do is I try to store my soaps in a cool area. And even though it's winter, I keep my thermostat at 64. I like it a little cooler for billing purposes. So the heating bill isn't as large, but when it gets really, really cold, yeah, then I'll turn it up a little bit. But I think the area that my soaps are in is a rather cool area. So that might have something to do with it as well. So, hey, thanks very much for everyone for contributing on the soap issue. Let me just show you a couple of other soaps here. I've got Tabak here, and this has been around for a while. Look at that. It hasn't darkened up too much. It looks like it's the same thing. Same great Tabak scent. Love that. This is a year old. This is Soap Commander's Honor Soap. This is a year old. And, it has not lost its scent. It's not as potent. And again, I don't think the color doesn't appear to be too off, but this is something I would not be afraid to use because it still smells the same. The scent is still the same as it was when I first bought it a year ago. I did a review, I think, in September 2019 of this. So I think I bought it in August of 2019. Still seems to be fine. Probably going to lather it up and see what happens. Here's another one that I've had for quite some time, Pinot Clubman. Okay, now this got maybe a little bit darker, but not too much. The scent is fine. It's not as potent. Definitely not as potent, but the scent is still there. Again, this has been around for a while. Now, I did buy a new one. I'm going to crack it open for the first time here. Now, this was right off of a local store. I just happened to be going by, and let's see if I can get that open. This is brand new. I'm opening this up for the first time on camera, so you can see here, and we'll try to compare scents, okay, and color and that sort of thing, okay. You know what? Believe it or not, I have I have more scent out of this old one. I'm not getting any scent out of this at all. This is brand new. That is crazy. And look, the color is fine. I'm not getting any scent out of this at all. How long, I guess the question is, how long was this on the shelf at the store? Maybe that's got something to do with it, huh? You know what? I wish there was like a date on this, but I don't see anything that could tell me a date or an expiration date or anything like that. Anything on the box? Not that I can see. That's crazy. Well, maybe if I add some water to it, it'll come back to life. But to be honest with you, I get more of a Clubman scent from this puck that I've been using and haven't used in quite some time than I do from the new one. There's nothing there at all. There's nothing there at all. And you know what? Let's go back to Cella. Yeah, I can get the Cella scent right there without any problem. So it's not my nose. Well, you know what? I might use this to shave with and see if the water blooms the scent and brings it out. That would be really interesting to see. So there you have it. Oh, one other test. Hang on a minute. I got a puck of Club Guy. Let's see. Let's just see. This is brand new. Oh, yeah. There's that wonderful scent. I've already used this several times. Yeah, so it's not my nose. It's definitely not my nose because this scent comes through brilliantly, wonderfully, wonderfully, wonderfully. But this one, nothing. That's crazy. The old one has a little bit of scent. This one, brand new, nothing. I don't know. Go figure. Maybe the water, when I use it, will bloom it and bring it to the surface again. We'll see. All right. Hey, thanks everyone for commenting and your input and your suggestions and your personal experiences. Really do appreciate it. Again, mom's rule. When in doubt, throw it out. I have yet to have anything go bad on me to where I'm tossing anything. And, that's kind of my general rule. When in doubt, throw it out. Again, thanks for all the input, folks. Really do appreciate it. Okay, as long as we're talking about soap, this next question fits right in. It comes from viewer Tim Whitcup, and he wrote, "Hey Mark, great Monday morning mailbag. When it comes to soaps, in your opinion, when buying a soap, is performance or scent the main factor?" Well, for me, the soap that was a game changer when I came back to the traditional wet shave was Taobak. Taobak was an absolute game changer. Not only did it have great performance, but it also had a great scent. So it was a winner on both counts. And it's still just a wonderful, wonderful scent. But the performance was there. And I was looking for a soap that gave me that performance, that created that rich, creamy, thick, protective lather that we all long for. I guess when we all come back to the traditional wet shave, that's the goal, to be able to whip up a beautiful, beautiful lather. And it comes with a little bit of experience, but it also comes from using a great performing shave soap. And that's what I think is most important, is that performance in creating that lather. That scent, for me, is just icing on the cake, which is why I really enjoy using the Phoenix shaving shave soaps. I use their formula CK6. Their original Crown King formula is also very, very good, but I really like CK6. And it gives me just this wonderful performance, rich, creamy lather. I used it this morning. I had an absolutely beautiful shave. Love Club Guy, absolutely beautiful scent there, but the performance is key for me. And scent is just a bonus after that. Love the Future Fiction scent. Love it. Again, though, formula CK6. But this is a really bright, just a really bright, lively kind of scent. Love this. Just absolutely love this scent. And the performance is just absolutely wonderful. This morning, I used CAD. Yeah, I got a brand new puck of CAD. I tried the samples, was absolutely blown away by the scent. But again, the performance in CK6, it just makes this beautiful, rich, creamy, thick, luxurious lather that just gives so much protection. It's just that classic, traditional wet shaving look, but it also gives you that wonderful, wonderful performance. Good protection, good cushion, nice glide, touches all the bases. So yeah, for me, it definitely is performance, and scent is a bonus. So if I'm looking for a shaving soap, I want that performance. Another one that I recently used was Eclipse. This came from viewer Jason O'Brien. Thank you again, Jason. This was a wonderful performing soap. And again, the scent was just icing on the cake. I mean, just absolutely wonderful, wonderful scent. So if it's got good performance, really, I'll use it. I'll continue to use it. The scent, again, is a bonus. There have been some shave soaps where I've enjoyed the scent, but I haven't really been enthralled with it. I haven't really said, wow, that's a great scent. It's a good scent. I'll use it, but if the performance is there, I'll definitely use the soap. And the scent is something that if I'm not keyed in on at the beginning, it tends to grow on me. I tend to become enamored of it over time. In other words, I keep my mind open to it. And but a lot of the soaps that I've used from Phoenix Shaving, right off the bat, the scent is just beautiful. And I know that the CK6 is going to give me great performance. And again, Eclipse was one where it gave me that great performance right off the top. And the scent was just a beautiful leather bourbon, blonde tobacco kind of scent. I've likened it to Sherlock Holmes. absolutely beautiful, beautiful scent. But yeah, performance is key for me. Performance first, followed by scent. It's kind of the way I look at it. But yeah, great question. I would rather have a good performing soap with a rather so-so scent rather than a great scent and not that great performing of a soap or a cream. But luckily, a lot of the artisan soaps and a lot of the other commercial soaps I've used have had both great performance and great scent. And very, very few that I've come across have so-so performance. They all seem to be very, very good. And again, the soaps out there that have a scent that really doesn't hit me right away, I just keep an open mind, and I find that it just grows on me over time. And it could be because of the performance. The performance is so good that I think, hey, this is not a bad scent, But yeah, performance first, scent is just that cherry on the top. So that's kind of the way I look at it. So thanks very much for the question, Tim. I hope that answers it for you. That's my opinion only. Others out there, you might have a different opinion. Let us know. Comment below. Thanks again, Tim. Okay, I was really, really happy to see this next comment. It involves also the Eclipse shaving soap. And this razor, this comment came up in the review I did on these products. These products were supplied by Jason O'Brien in support of the channel. Thank you again very much, Jason. I really do appreciate it. But the comment was regarding this razor here from West Coast Shaving. This is the 175B. This is a full 6 ounces or 175 grams, which is what viewers have told me is the reason why they call it the 175B. B meaning a black handle, 175 meaning the number of grams, the weight of this in grams. 6 ounces, 175 grams. And it comes with a beautiful, mild yet efficient razor head. Anyhow, in my review of this, Ron Wright wrote, I was thinking that the size of that handle might be good for someone with arthritis. Maybe easier to grip than the standard size DE razor. I commented back, I said, Ron, perhaps it is quite heavy. To which Charles Smith wrote, and this is the wonderful part of this. Charles Smith wrote, Ron, a heavy razor, pen, spoon, etc. helps control tremors due to Parkinson's and essential tremors, which I happen to have. What a great idea. Thank you. So that's absolutely wonderful to hear. Charles is suggesting that maybe a heavier razor would be of benefit to someone with Parkinson's or essential tremors. That is wonderful to hear. So my thanks to Charles and Ron for posting that and getting it out to viewers. It might be a very, very good solution for some wet shaver out there who finds themselves in that situation. And again, thanks to Jason O'Brien for passing along the razor and the shave soap. And it's still paying dividends. So thanks again to Ron, Charles, and Jason. Okay, so this next question and comment comes from someone who posted on the Midwestern Wet Shavers Forum on Facebook. And I asked her if I could include it in the Monday morning mailbag, and she said absolutely. So this comes from Anya Ranyazushka. Anya Ranyazushka. I think I pronounced that correctly. Correct me if I mangled it, Anya, but thank you for allowing me to include this question and comment here. And she writes, so I was going to quit men's products, except for soaps and aftershaves. There are so many brands that are established, and it's hard for newbies to break through. I am mostly known for skincare formulation, and that's going great. I was going to quit with shaving pucks and creams, but I have recently been invited to a few shops, and they sold out like hotcakes, and now they want more as the customers fell in love. So that being said, I am not quitting just yet. That is the making of men's shaving soap pucks, I assume. However, what are your favorite jars for pucks? Do you prefer low profile for easy storage or high profile with a lot of headspace for in-jar lathering? Your feedback would be super appreciated. And for those who wonder, my artisan perfumes are staying. So she has an online shop called Lux Leonis. That's at Lux Leonis. That's Lux Leonis Skincare, and that's at www.luxleonisskincare.com. So thank you for allowing me to include this, Anya, because I think it's a wonderful discussion. So what do you like? What do you like? I think that's just a great question. Do you like the low profile jars, or do you like something like this, the high profile, which is what the Soap Commander comes in? And this gives you a lot of headspace here, as she said, so you can do in-jar lathering. So you can just, drop the water in and then put your brush in there and build a lather right in there, and it won't overflow. As you've probably seen in a lot of my videos, when I do something with a low profile container like this, sometimes I'll swirl and it'll start overflowing a little bit. For me, it also depends on the soap formulation. With Formula CK6, I swirl a couple times and then go right to a face lather. So it's not really overflowing in the container, because this stuff, it just explodes off of the brush. And that's been my experience with it. With something like a tallow-based shave soap, like Eclipse, or some of the other tallow-based soaps, like Cella Red, I tend to whip up the lather a little more in there to kind of get it going. And as you probably have seen in a lot of my videos, I talk about how I wait for the cream to build up a little bit on the outer rim here, or the inner rim of the container, and then I know it's kind of ready to go for my face lather. Tabak is kind of best of both worlds, I guess. It's not too bad for storage. Okay, well, maybe a little higher profile, right? But I do a lot of in-bowl lathering with this, and it works very, very well. About the size of any other shaving bowl out there. That's why, another reason why I like it so much is because, you can just hold it in your hand like this, just add a little water, put your brush in there, and build your lather right there. Plus, it's got this loose-fitting lid, which I guess allows for a little bit of ventilation, although I do keep it off and let it fully dry. But, yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there. What do you think? Do you like high profile or low profile? Which do you prefer? Real curious about that. I can go either way, to really be honest with you, but I just thought it was an interesting comment and wanted to throw it out there. And also wanted to give her a shout out to Shannon Soaps, and a shout out to luxleonisskincare.com and, Anya's online store. So thanks very much for allowing me to include that, Anya. I really do appreciate it. And I hope I got your name correctly pronounced. Okay, this next question comes from Talaga1. And he writes, why do you use a pre-shave soap if then you are applying a good quality shave soap? To me, it certainly seems like a lot of waste of money, not to mention interference with the good soap. For me, if I invest in a good soap, I won't add anything to mess with it. I can see using some kind of pre-shave if using a mediocre or cheap soap. Well, you know what? I think it's a your mileage may vary kind of situation. For me, I absolutely love using the Cube 2.0, and I've been using it recently as indicated on their product page. I use it as a degreaser to kind of prepare the face. It works wonderfully well. So I'll just rub this on, lather my face, actually wash my face off, get some of the grease and kind of prep the skin for it, and then just rub a little bit on against the grain and then lather over that. I don't think that's interfering with the shave soap. As a matter of fact, it's enhancing the shave because it's got Formula CK6 in it. And if I'm using another shave soap that doesn't have Formula CK6, well, I'm getting the benefits of Formula CK6. Plus, it's got activated charcoal, which also has some great skin benefits. So there's some good stuff in here for your skin, which is why I use it as a pre-shave. So I think there are some definite upsides to using this particular product. A lot of viewers also talked about the Tube 2.0, which is actually the Cube in this configuration here for travel. And I'll be reviewing this also. This is terrific. Same great ingredients as in the Cube, only it's in a tube travel size. And it is absolutely wonderful. I love both of them, and it really does prepare my skin for the shave. Now, a lot of other wet shavers will use something like a pre-shave oil to add that little additional slickness. I sometimes do that also for head shaves. A lot of Guys actually use a Cremo for a pre-shave to add that additional slickness. And it's definitely a your mileage may vary type of situation. Depends on your skin type, your beard type, that sort of thing. But for me, the Cube 2.0 has definitely paid some benefits. Really a good product. And I like to use that with something like Tabak or Cella or any other shave soaps that are good shave soaps. I just like those additional skin food ingredients that come with it, especially since my skin borders on the more sensitive side. It just works great for me. But thanks very much for sharing that. I'm sure there are other viewers out there who probably agree with you, possibly agree with you. And you know, if it works for you, great. I would recommend, though, to anybody, this is my recommendation, anybody, it is coming back to the traditional wet shave for the first time, really do all the steps. You know, you can do that proper pre-shave prep, get a good quality shave soap, do all the steps that you might see in my video. And if you want to modify from there for whatever reason, well, you know, if it helps your shave and it makes it your shave, then, you know, by all means, I would say, you know, have at it. But for me, love all the steps, love the entire process. Thanks very much for that question, Talega One. I really do appreciate it. Hey, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this. I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. Check out Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for some great shaving gear. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/marks80, where you'll find all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.